Hello everyone. Today I would like to share a short story on His ways are always best. Once there were three trees on a hill in the woods. They were discussing their hopes and dreams when the first tree said, "Someday I hope to be a treasure chest. I will be filled with gold, silver, and precious gems and be decorated with intricate carvings. Everyone will see my beauty." Then the second tree said, "Someday I will be a mighty ship. I will take kings and queens across the waters and sail to the corner of the world. Everyone will feel safe in me because of the strength of my heart." Finally, the third tree said, "I want to grow to be the tallest and straightest tree in the forest. People will see me on top of the hill and look up to my branches and think of the heavens and God and how close to them I am reaching. I will be the greatest tree of all time and people will always remember me." After a few years of praying that their dreams will come true, a group of woodsmen came upon the trees. One came to the first tree and said, "This looks like a strong tree. I think I should be able to sell the wood to a carpenter." And he began cutting it down. On hearing what the woodcutter said, the first tree was happy because he knew that the carpenter would make it into a treasure chest. After that, at the second tree, one of the other woodsmen said, "This looks like a strong tree. I should be able to sell it to the shipyard." The second tree was also happy because it knew it was on its way to become a mighty ship. When the woodsman came upon the third tree was frightened because it knew that if it was cut down, his dreams would not come true. One of the woodsmen said, "I don't need anything special from my trees, so I will take this one," and he cut it down. When the first tree arrived at the carpenter's, it was made into a feed box for animals, placed in a barn, and filled with hay. This was not at all what he had prayed for. The second tree was cut and made into a small fishing boat. Its dream of becoming a mighty ship and carrying kings had come to an end. The third tree was cut into large pieces and left alone in the dark. Years went by, and the trees forget their dreams. After a few years, then there came a man and a woman to the barn. The woman gave birth, and they placed the baby in the hay in the feed box that was made from the first tree. The tree could feel the importance of this event and knew that it had held the greatest treasure of all time. Years later, a group of men caught in the fishing boat made from the second tree. One of them was tired and went to sleep. While they were out on the water, a great storm arose, and the tree did not think it was strong enough to keep the man safe. Then suddenly the man woke the sleeping man, and he stood and said, "Peace," and the storm stopped. At this time the tree knew that it had carried the King of Kings in its boat. Finally someone came and caught the third tree. It was carried through the street, and the crowd mocked the man who was carrying it. Then the man was nailed to the tree and raised in the air to die at the top of a hill. When Sunday came, the tree came to realize that it was strong enough to stand at the top of the hill and be as close as to God as was possible because Jesus had been crucified on it. The moral of this story is that when things don't seem to be going your way, always know that God has a plan for you. If you place your trust in Him, He will give you great gift. Each of the trees got what they wanted, just not in the way they had imagined. We don't always know what God plans for us. We just know that His ways are not our ways, but His ways are always best. Thank you for listening to my story.